glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst. Someone was aiding our Garleans? Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. But of late, he's taken to ordering the best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Laurentius. We're gonna go with Laurentius, it's just easier to say. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Soapy, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it, and him if it comes to that. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. I don't have business with the whalers. I got business with you, mister. You're not getting away that easily. What are these boxes? Not long now. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You? What did you... How long have you... Help! 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 Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I'm under attack. Whoa, your friends are the Garleans, huh? Your friends are not the whalers, but the bad guys, I see. Well, that doesn't leave much doubt now. Yeah, so your friends weren't much help. How did you just... I know nothing. I was on patrol, he just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Yeah, that isn't gonna fly. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why? My actions have put your life in danger too. Though you do not yet realize how much. Bloody idiot, did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, I've brought the Vieira, bitch. Oh damn, dude, you call me a bitch? I'll show you a bitch. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gdania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a featherbed in Garlemald, did ya? You there, Vieira. You stand here at Old Busk Wish, no? Then you do not stand alone. So the thing is, I'm remembering now that I think in between the two quests for Busk where he tells you there must be a traitor and then says, I think I know who the traitor is. I think he has you like go introduce yourself to there's like 2 clans of there's like a pair of clans of like I don't know what to call them, brigands, vandals. They're like I mean, they're just not good people, right? They're outlaws. Outlaws, that's what they are. And, but they are welcome at Busker's place. Like, he lets them come in and buy drinks and stuff. So he has you go introduce yourself to them, and they're like the red bellies, and I don't remember what the other ones are called. Coral claws. There they are. And they basically are like, alright, you know Busker, so we're not going to attack you, but we're not going to help you either. Because he wanted you to try to find out if they knew who the traitor was. And they're like, we're not going to hurt you, but we're not going to help you. So then you go back to him, and he's like, okay, well, I think I know who the traitor is anyway. And it's Laurinaitis. And so you track down Laurinaitis, and then this fight happens, and they show up, and they're like, you know what, we're going to help you after all. And I think they took that part out of the quest, which is dumb, because then when they show up here, you like don't know why they're here. You're like, who are these people? Like, you've been watching me. I've had 0 actual interaction with either the red bellies or the coral claws, so it's like you have no idea. But the red bellies are Elizin, I believe, and the coral claws are Miko's. But they actually both have really big camps here in the area. I'll show them to you later. But yep, that's who these guys are. That's why they just randomly show up. The quest used to have you meet them and talk to them first before they just showed up like this. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side? They're your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Buscarin. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscarin. Tell him Laurinaitis the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. So we just let him go? Shouldn't somebody watch him? I don't trust him to just go turn himself in like he says he's going to. It seems a little crazy. We don't gotta kill him, but we could, like, you know, at least have somebody escort him. Yeah, bandits and poachers, that's what it is. The Coral Claws are poachers, the Makotes. And then the L's and the bandits. Aye, Laurinaitis confessed to his crimes. I just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are a few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow, he failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Yeah? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Soapy. The Sylph Elder has been found. It's interesting that the person that was causing problems with Ungus was drawn to the coin, and then now Laurinaitis is drawn to coin too. Seems to be a running theme, huh? It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem. His name is Frixio, and he is the eldest among the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are no use if we don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Maws of Totorak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago either. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking Ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio. Poor Frixio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went to Totorak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial Ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Walking Ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Ah, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all of our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Sophie, go to the 1,000 Maws of Totorak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and Sylph rests upon your success. Alright. I like how I did all this work and Papalimo and Ida don't show up at all until right at the very end. And then they're like, just in time to show up and then not go to Totorak with me. They could have helped me fight off Laurinaitis and the Garleans, but no, they were too busy standing outside doing nothing. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as 1,000 Maws of Totorak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside. Are you sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God, strike me down for a pure-blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Totorak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray, assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. I should point out I really do enjoy how the they do those like dungeon intro videos. You can turn them, you can say there's a setting to make it so that you can only see them once, but so you don't have to watch them over and over again. But I like to see them the first time when you're playing the game because it's like a genuine kind of like semi-introduction to the place, which is cool. Also, while we were waiting for the dungeon, I went and bought a new sword, in case you're wondering. Because I hate having those little spatula swords. Those little paddles. I want a real sword. Alright, so we're going to do what we did in the previous one. And we'll be doing our dungeons here. And I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but there is some story at the end, so you'll definitely see them.
Darkness.
Elko, Hitra Bublo Hans.
The mighty slayer of Ifrit comes now to me.
Seize that on Rajyadorn.
With a countenance that beseeks understanding.
Thagon well rogue. Tosan no Paiki.
An intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Yep, there's your boss. Giant scorpion thing that he created, basically. So this is a tricky fight. This is actually probably the first difficult fight, I would say, in the game, in terms of like a dungeon boss fight. And the reason it's difficult, it's not overly hard. He's gonna summon minions here in a minute. But the reason it becomes difficult is because he's gonna drop these like puddles of goo. And when he does that, you have to like move him around. That right there. And you can stand in it if you want, but you're just going to be poisoned the whole time, so it's not cool. And you can't go too far outside either because there's those fleshy pods, and those fleshy pods will explode and poison people, so that's no good. So you only have so much space on the platform, really. It isn't that it's a hard fight. He does do a lot of damage. But it isn't that the fight is hard, it's that it's tricky to learn the... it's tricky to learn how to place yourself, I guess, to not use up all of the floor. And you gotta move him enough so that your DPS over there, that monk, doesn't stand inside the green, although it looks like he's just gonna do it anyway. There you go. Not too terrible. The main thing is, as the tank, make sure you grab those ads and then just move him around so that there's some floor left. That's pretty much it. Ah, finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanish, the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of Little Solace. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all, where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion. I can fair taste it. But at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone were you right. Garland. But your star is long forgotten, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffer the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Neroxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? Came to this one's rescue at Noxia's bidding. Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu. Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside.